We're talking Sam Hartman and the fact that the Commanders have chosen, rather than elevating him to the active roster at the end of his second season on the practice squad, to be their backup quarterback to Josh Johnson. It looks like they're going to have Jeff Driscoll, who they signed off of another team's practice squad yesterday, be the backup and be one play away from playing this weekend. Mind you, Josh Johnson got hurt. He was able to play through it, but he did get hurt in the outing where they lost Mariota just this past weekend against Philadelphia. So it's very possible that we'll see Driscoll minutes into his time with Washington. And if that doesn't signify just how lost and damaged this thing is.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you have said, Zabe, if I came up to you at the start of the year? Danny and I are taking calls, I remember, on how giddy people were about the Christmas Day Cowboys 1 o'clock window.
Oh, yeah, this was a big date.
Now you can't get rid of your tickets fast enough. But if I was to have said Josh Johnson will start and a guy that's not in the building will be the backup quarterback that day, you wouldn't have even been able to hop to that lily pad.
No.
How do you even get there?
No, it makes no sense. It's really just sort of annoying that you can't get a straight answer out of the team as to explain why this is. But it does remind me of a great line that Larry Weissman, he used to cover the NFL for USA Today many moons ago, Grant said. He said, the team said he's a great backup as long as you don't have to play him. And I would sit there and I'd turn that phrase over in my head and try to make sense of it. And I'd be like, yeah, he's a great backup just as long as you don't play him. In other words, he's great as an idea of a backup. He looks like a guy who could play. He might, in theory, be good, but if you play him and for any amount of time, he's going to suck.
The conclusion I come to is both what you're saying, which is if you're Sam Hartman, the best thing that can happen is you don't ever have to play.
Why isn't Sam Hartman pissed?
I'm sure he is.
How come we haven't heard from it? How come there hasn't been an Instagram post? How come he hasn't unfollowed the Commanders? It's just the modern day way of saying, I'm not happy about this. We found out Zach Wilson was pissed that Ewers got the start over him.
How did we find out?
It got out there. Someone said he's pissed. I would have to go look up how and why.
It
might have been a comment here or something there, or a live stream, whatever.
Pick. He
wants to play in the league. He's frustrated. You know who would have killed to get a start is Kurt Benkert, who was the number 3 behind Rodgers and Love in Green Bay, and jokingly brags about his 2 kneel downs as like his only NFL plays where he got
between
in.
Hot Twitter takes and yelling at people.
Well, that's the thing. So now he's a Twitter analyst at quarterback, and he's not a bad guy, and he does a pretty good job, but there's a lot of them out there now. He would have killed.
Virginia Cavalier, by the way.
Yeah, he would have killed for a start. Why isn't Sam Hartman making a ruckus? Like, why am I even here?
I'm sure he is frustrated, and I would imagine I can't imagine as a competitor.
Are you sure he's frustrated?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
Because he may not care. He might have asked the team, "Hey, you really, I don't want to play this. Like, you got somebody else,
I don't
right?
think you have the career he had at Wake Forest and then have the run he had at Notre Dame if you're not a pretty elite competitor. But
I think, Grant,
I don't want him to take to Twitter and social media.
I think you'd be
and
surprised at the number of guys who end up at the NFL level that don't really love it. They love being an NFL player, and they like the salary. They don't necessarily love doing it. And I'm not claiming that he doesn't want to start. We just haven't heard anything. This would be a prime case to go, what am I, a potted plant? I've been here for 2 years. Give me the ball, coach.
And he'd be gone in days. I mean, you can't rock the boat if you're Sam Hartman.
You sure he'd be gone in days?
Yes, sir. No, sir. Where do you want me to sit?
Why would they get rid of him? They have him, yet they don't want to play him. He apparently is a good luck charm, which didn't bring any good luck this year.
Not good luck enough.
I know.
No, I think why he's here is he's the opposite of what you're saying. He's not a pain in the ass. He's not going to be an agitator.
But what does he do? He's a backup who, when it's his turn to start, they go, oh, yeah, no. I mean, it's
technically it's not his turn to start yet. It's his turn to be a backup. He's 4th in the order. Now, I happen to think he should leapfrog Josh Johnson, who's 50 years old, but he's 4th, so he should be the backup, and Driscoll's cutting him in line.
Okay, fine. So he's been behind Johnson all year?
He has. Josh Johnson's been their number 3. Hartman's been on the practice squad. They would have to elevate him and make him the 2 for this game.
All right.
This is what he actually said, by the way. You want to hear his comments?
Yes.
This was Hartman in the locker room.
Everything's it's an emotional game, but no, I mean, it's a part of the NFL, and, it's a familiar face you see walking in the building, so it wasn't too unfamiliar for me.
Similar to what JP said, obviously not the circumstances you want, but I'm sure you've dreamed of playing in an NFL regular season game your whole life. If you had that chance this week or next week, whether it's starting or coming off the bench, what would that mean to you to get in there?
It's about the team. I mean, I think we as a unit want to go out there and play well in the division, and so that's all it's about. And so, for me, if I can contribute in any way, that's great. But it's about us as a Washington Commanders, going out there and executing at a high level.
I appreciate handling it like a pro. I don't need him to be a diva wide receiver who's unfollowing them on Instagram.
I'm not asking for him to totally rock the boat,
right?
But I wanted to hear a little bit of. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm really disappointed. I was hoping this would be a chance for me to show what I could do in this league, and I've been here for 2 years. And nothing against Josh, who's amazing, and we get along great in the quarterback room. Did great last week, but I mean, this is the case where I'm looking at my own career, thinking if I can't start now, I'm not sure if I ever will get a start. But it's whatever's good for the team. I'll listen to the coaches. I'd like to hear a smidge of that.
I like that, actually. I think that's cool and a good point. And to what you're saying, here's what I do hope. I hope when they told him behind the scenes, it wasn't like a totally get it, shake hands and leave the office. I hope there was a little.
You can hope that.
Are you bleeping kidding me? You're signing a dude who's on someone else's practice squad when I've been busting my hump here for 2 years?
You want a door slam and a tire peel out of Commander's Park, right? That's what you want. And I think there's a decent chance there might have been that, but don't close out the possibility. It is the opposite, that he's just fine not playing.
Is there any other conclusion that you can come to other than the one that I did, which is you will never be a part of their plans to play here if now they're not going to use you? In other words, if you're him, it's time to call your agent. If you're serious about ever getting on the field and having a shot,
right,
and say, they don't think I'm good enough, they'd rather sign Jeff Driscoll. By the way, it's not like they're plucking a former quality starter off of the scrap heap somewhere.
Right.
They're signing a career backup who was a third stringer here last year. It's not like a Hall of Famer is coming out of retirement, Phil Rivers, or a year from now or something, they get Kirk Cousins to start a game or something. Some guy who had 15 years and 10 really good years in the league. They're calling Jeff Driscoll. So if you're him, this tells you here's the comp I have. It would be like, in my mind, okay, I'm a radio guy, and I'm thinking if this guy gets sick, I get that opportunity. Okay, well, now there's someone between me and him. But if that second guy got sick, I would definitely get the opportunity. And now there's 4 people that are out, and they never call me, and they go to some other person out of market to come in here, and I go,
yeah,
I'm looking over my left shoulder and my right shoulder.
Right.
I don't want to work here anymore if you're not looking out for my best interest.
And that's why Hartman right now is the dog that's not barking. And that's why I'm so intrigued. Why is the dog not barking? I wouldn't be mad if he got mad at all. He should get mad. I'm not sure he really wants it, but he's got no future here. So there is a very short bridge to be burned, a bridge that he is almost stepping off of anyway. Turn around and throw the dynamite and blow up what's left of it.
Let's go to CJ in Upper Marlboro on Grant and Danny. What do you make of them bringing Driscoll back and bypassing Hartman?
Hey, guys, for once, I agree with Zaven.
Welcome home, my friend. It's like the lunar eclipse. You agree with me?
Yes. If I was Sam Hartman, I would rock the boat. So in other words, and I'm going to go on the radio in front of all these people listening, I want to apply for that job. Because if he's not playing and he's like getting paid, you might as well pick me.
Yeah.
So I can play. At least I get a check.
Can you
imagine? He's been on the squad.
Imagine
he's been on the squad for 2 years. He's been on the squad for 2 years and hadn't played yet.
Well, he also knows, CJ, the only chance I have to play, as he's training and doing whatever it is that he does, other than look handsome in their building, he's going, something has to happen to Jaden, then something has to happen to Marcus, And if those two things don't both happen, I'll never see the field. It's a 5% chance, and then it happens, and you still don't get your shot. You now know it's not happening here.
I know. Think about this, CJ. If you had an open bidding process for every street free agent QB out there, what would the price on this start be? It would get up there in a hurry. Guys would absolutely want to pay money to get in there and say, watch this. I want to have an NFL career. And yet Hartman's not getting the start. Makes no sense.
Let's go to Mark, who's in Rockville on Grant and Danny. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Zabe, welcome home, man. I miss you.
Thank you, buddy. Good to be back.
Yeah. Put them all out there. It's the preseason, as far as I'm concerned. Clean out the practice squad. Put them all out there, and let's see how it looks for the next 2 weeks.
Can't hurt for a lot of reasons, but the number one priority in terms of their betterment long term from this point forward, other than developing a couple of the kids and getting them some ops to play well, is making sure you don't lose any draft positioning. Because the higher up the order they go, they went from 8 to 7 this weekend, you either get a better football player in theory, or what I want them to do is trade back. The value of your pick grows, and you get more for a haul, presumably coming back down the board. So if you're going to start Hartman with practice squad players, that's true. Like, I don't need Hartman throwing to McLaurin and throwing to Debo. I said this when they shut Jaden Daniels down. You could shut them down and just get looks for Jalen Lane. You could get looks for Jacoby Jones on your practice squad. Why not? Why not use this as the ultimate evaluation, the litmus test to see how much guys have improved from the preseason to now, and go into the regular season next year with more data on the guys that otherwise you don't ever get to see.
Right. Losing is good here. So if Hartman really stinks, then you get confirmation of just how bad he smells, and you lose the game and protect your draft status. Even more compelling reason to start Hartman.
I you know what I want to look up?
I can tell you're troubled by this. I can tell this is not squaring in Grant Paulson's brain right now.
Well, it's fine. None of this matters, right?
I'm not saying you care. I'm saying you're still befuddled by it.
Befuddled's a good word.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Right.
For 2 years, you've groomed and developed this guy for this situation that is never going to present itself, and then it accidentally does, and you still don't take advantage of it. What are we doing here?
I know.
Shane's in Switzerland on G&D. What's up, Shane?
Hey, what's up, Lieutenant Grant? Zabe, welcome back. The General, since you're filling in for the Commander, Merry Christmas to you and your family, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, one thing about this, I'd be pissed off. He's a competitor, right? And this also sees what kind of backbone he's got. I don't want a yes man. I want somebody that's going to compete. And what's to say we don't have a hidden gem on this team right now? And I'd be pissed. I'd be like, give me the ball. I've been here for 2 years. You're getting the other guy, which if you're going to go by stats and all that, look what he did. Who had a better career in college? I would say Hartman. And plus, look, he is one of the best looking quarterbacks in the league. Get him out there. Let's throw something out there, some kind of positive on the on the Commanders. We got a good looking quarterback. Let's see what he can do. Hell, give him the ball.
If good looks got you points.
No, we're up 21-0.
1-1.
Right in the first
fantasy.
quarter. Yeah.
I mean, the quarterback that everybody talked about for years being the best looking guy was Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah.
I think Hartman pummels Garoppolo. Right? He's got
He's dreamy.
He's got the flow, the well-manicured beard all the time.
And yet Jimmy G had no game. He ended up dating the porn star, and everyone lost their minds.
That's right.
They're like, really? Like, can't get a normal civilian who's hotter than this skank?
Let's go to Jim.
Although Carson Beck is apparently dating Abdella Danger now.
Oh, really?
Do you know who she is?
I do not.
She is an adult film actress. Don't lie, Grant.
I'm not
Okay,
familiar
let's go
with
to the
her
phones.
words. Let's go to Jim in Spotsylvania. Hello, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing, guys. I'm doing great. Thank you. Great show.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, quick take on this. Let's flip the coin the other way. There's only so many teams in the league. There's only so many backups. There's only so many positions practice squad. So let's say he does what Zabe's saying, makes noise. Where's he going?
To the waiver
Coach
wire.
high school football?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. But nobody's going to take him because there's 30 more coming out of college in a couple of weeks. And,
This is my point.
But they're going.
He doesn't get to rock
But
the
my
boat.
point is he gets a paycheck.
Okay,
He's still in the league.
Fair enough.
People trade the right arms just to be him.
Fair enough. But don't you think he's leaving after this year?
No, I don't actually.
Jesus, God.
I don't think so.
God help us. Really?
No, absolutely not.
So we're going to keep the guy we don't want to play.
Exactly.
This would be like your wife with like a special like crab pot you never use, and you pull it out one day like, oh, this would be perfect. I'm going to make something. She's like, whoa, no. That's just for parties. What do you mean it's just for parties? I can't use it. No, it's like the right size and everything else. I need to use. No, you can't. Just put it back in the cupboard.
He's been here for 2 years. Why wouldn't he be here for a third? Absolutely.
Now we're
the part that you don't.
You want to
care
get
about,
nuts? Let's get nuts.
Here's the part you don't care about that I think that is important is it's not just that Jaden Daniels likes him, that he's the ultimate vibes guy, that he's everybody's buddy. He's just kind of part of the fabric now. And he has a role. It's like
he's Creed. You can't get rid of him.
Correct.
You don't know what he does. You can't get rid of him, but everyone's like, just leave him alone.
He is an intermediary, essentially, between the coaching staff and the quarterback.
That's also a horrible reason to keep him, in my humble opinion.
That's a different conversation.
This is a precious, well, not precious roster spot, practice squad, so it's not as precious.
It's not that precious.
It's not that precious.
But what I would do with it is have a quarterback that is getting reps that you think has some type of future.
Sure.
It's like continuing to date and spend money and go out to dinners with someone that you have no interest in being with in the long term.
Yeah.
What would be the equivalent here to playing football? If there's no added value, there's no relationship here.
I know. That makes no sense.
But yes, if you're asking me week 1, next football season, is he in the building? I say yes. I just think this means you should probably think about making him David Blau 2.0. Because
yes.
if you're not willing to play him now, when are you? And maybe it's just this week. Maybe this is the other thing. Cliff kind of backed himself into a corner a little bit here, Zabe, I think. He said it's not fair to him on a short week. Well, next week's not a short week. Next week you have the mini bye. They have the weekend off for the holidays. So does he?
So telegraph next week is going to be Sam's week, and we're looking forward to seeing what he can do. We believe in him a lot, but this is not his week.
That would make sense. I'd be cool with that. Week 18, the Sam Hartman show. Shut Terry down.
Throw him to the Wolves in Philadelphia.
It's just a preseason game, basically. And remember, Dan's already challenged the Eagles and called them out. We see you in 2 weeks. Now it's the Sam Hartman-led Washington looking for payback.
I think you're going to catch the JV Eagles anyway.
Yes.
They'll be on mostly shut down because I think they're going to be locked in at that point.
This is the freshman team Commanders against the JV team Eagles or the middle school team Commanders, I think. Manny in Southeast, what's up?
This is a testament to the bad coach, the bad decision in coaching. Because you're trying to tell me he's been there 2 years, the same amount of years as JD5. He doesn't have an idea enough idea of the offense to be, next up. I mean, Driscoll was third. You said Driscoll was third.
Last year.
We literally went back to get Driscoll. We traded Driscoll. We let Driscoll go because we felt like Sam, we were literally going back to get Driscoll. This is a testament to the coaching.
Well, it's also just an acknowledgement that they could have had somebody better in that role all year and didn't. And I think you have to wonder how many other roles are like that. Do you do that at defensive coordinator?
No, you shouldn't do it in any roles.
Good vibes, so we like the guys.
No,
we'll have him be our DC.
Listen.
You should have the best on the planet at everything, and if you know
Hell
that you
yes.
don't, then
Hell
you should be
yes.
searching for that.
Right. I'm all about good vibes, but that's in normal, casual, everyday life, not a competitive endeavor like the NFL with limited resources, roster spots, and money. Come on now.